Hi everyone, this will be my review on the Palm Beach Collection 2-wick soy candle in the scent Chocolate Candy Cane. This is in the 420 grams or 14.8 ounces. These candles are made in Australia with up to 80 hours of burn time. Retail price is $24.99 at TJ Maxx or Marshalls if you happen to find it there. However, I purchased mine on sale red tag for $16. And I enjoy that it came in a giftable box and inside was the jar with the white glass, very minimalistic label so you could use it with any decor. And there was a dust cover with a warning and care instructions on how to take care and light your candle. So if you do not know, Palm Beach Collection sells hand-poured scented candles, reed diffusers, and bath products. They are sold primarily in Australian stores. However, they do, I think, export to certain other stores located in the USA. On their website, it says that their candles are soy, so not a soy blend. However, they don't disclose if it's just 100% soy or if it's a mixture of, like, let's say beeswax, coconut wax, or some other type of wax. All right, so let's get on to the scent. So to me, this smelled very creamy as soon as I opened up the box, almost like a melted medium or milk chocolate with a well-executed candied mint. However, the mint was the prominent note. The chocolate was, I guess, more in the background, which I would have liked a more predominant chocolate note. It's not like an essential oil, peppermint, or minty type of smell. If I liked candy cane or peppermint type scents, I would definitely eat something that smelled like this. So it takes about 1 hour for it to fully pull out, and there are no issues in regards to this candle pulling out, which I was a little bit worried because it only had 2 wicks and it was pretty decently sized. I do notice that it's a pretty slow burner. I think that it got stronger the longer that I burned it for. But overall, I don't really have any or too many complaints. I purchased this before I realized, though, however, that I do not like 100% natural wax candles. They're just not for me. But if you enjoy, let's say, like Kringle or other brands, I would say that this is comparable to those. Plus, you get to smell it in person if you happen to find it at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and or Home Goods. So for the scent, the more that I burned it, I feel like the chocolate note, I got it less and less. I only get hints of it every now and again when the candle is burning. The main smell I get is that sweet minty note with maybe a chocolate accent notes, coming out every so often. It doesn't smell cheap or simple for sure. I do want to mention though that the more that I burned it, the wax did get discolored, but I didn't notice any sooting or soot emitting from the candle. And I did burn my candle for about tops 4 to 5 hours at a time. However, this wasn't one of the candles that I could leave burning for like 30 minutes because then the candle wouldn't fully pull out. And I do, again, want to reiterate that I think that the candle got stronger the longer that I burned it for. So I feel like right now I have about 20% left to burn. And I do want to say that it's stronger than my first burn. After maybe like 45 minutes, my candles are almost fully pulled out. And I think around that point is when I smell it the most. So before then, it just kind of like slowly creeps up on you. It's not one of those candles that you burn and immediately like 10-15 minutes later, you smell it. For the rating on cold, I would give it a 5 out of 10. So for me personally, that's a low medium, getting close to the low territory. Burning, I would say that if you leave it on for about 2 hours, I would give it a 5 as well, so low medium. It won't cover any food odors or linger too much after you extinguish it, which for me, I tend to stay away from minty notes. However, this didn't bother me, and I think I actually would have preferred if the mint note or the candy cane note in here was a little bit stronger. It's really easy for peppermint, mint, spearmint type of smells to be a little bit too strong and overbearing, but this definitely wasn't it. So if you prefer a lighter fragrance, this might be for you. I do want to say though, that my main issue is the strength and throw. This one, I burned it in my medium-sized room and it struggled to fill up that space. You can smell it if you are closer to the candle. However, I noticed that the further away I got from the candle, it got noticeably lighter. So like right now I'm in one corner of my room. If I walk away towards the other side where my bed is, it's kind of like, am I burning a candle? Am I not? So there's maybe about like I would say like a 10-foot radius all around this candle that's like the sweet spot. Okay, and also it doesn't really travel outside of my room because I mean it doesn't really fill up the space either, but it's not like one of those candles where if you were burning it all the way at the end of a long hallway, you won't really notice it until you're like right on top of it. So overall, I would say that I wouldn't purchase this candle again if I saw it or if I saw other scents from this brand because I think the low strength and throw is just a deal breaker for me. It's not the best natural wax brand that I've tried, which I've tried quite a few. Also, I am disappointed that the chocolate note wasn't stronger. However, if you're someone who maybe only buys 100% soy, 100% coconut, or like non-paraffin candles, then you might like this one. Just as long as you don't, like, you're not expecting to burn this in a large open space. But if you are comfortable with, let's say, some Yankee candles, like those types of intensity of fragrance, then I think you'd be fine with this. But for me, it's a definite pass, which is sad because this was actually, I think, pretty pricey. I think I paid, what, $16 plus tax. So I definitely think that this isn't worth $16. And we're not even talking about the retail price. But yeah, I'm going to go over and show you how it looks like from a different angle. And then so you can see how, I guess, the wax color is doing. Okay, so this is how the candle looks like from an overhead view. If you can see, there are no, like, you know how sometimes when you burn candles, you get like soot marks, like around the edges and stuff. There are no noticeable soot coming out or inside, except for the minor wax color change, which I think I would have inserted a photo of how the wax looks like now compared to how it was. I have maybe about one more burn after this one. I do like that even though it is, I want to say like 10-15% left of the candle, the flames are still pretty like decent size. We're not talking like puny wick syndrome or anything like that. I feel like they're still a decent medium size. It might be a little bit hard to see, but there is some wax clinging on, but I think that's just with like soy candles. There is a little bit of wax residue on the sides. I really like the wicks that this company uses. They're not super thick and they're not like fragile or anything. I was able to have a pretty good, decent control of how much I wanted trimmed, and even a few times that I over trimmed them, or I was a little heavy handed with my trimming. It somehow like revived. So I didn't have an issue with, I guess, being a little bit more generous than I would have preferred in my wick trimming. But that's to say, I think that this candle, I can smell it a lot more now that I'm kind of like hovering over it. So I think it's sad that if only this was a bit stronger, I would have liked it a bit more. But yeah, if you can see, there's no fallout, there's no carbon balls in the wax or anything. It's just slightly less that clear white or cream color that this candle was initially. But yeah, overall, it's really nice. I think this is one of those candles that if you are a person that reads books and then like you read right next to the candle that's lit on the coffee table or something, this would be a nice candle. Just not for me. Thank you so much for watching this review and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.